Hi guys, today we're gonna learn Excel. So what exactly is a cell? A cell is this little thing right here. So this little box right here is a cell. This is a column and this is a row. So this cell right here would be E4 because it comes in the column of E and comes in the row of 4, therefore it's called E4. So this whole thing is called a sheet, and this is where you input all your functions, and you get the outcome of it. So this whole thing is called one sheet, and you can always add new sheets by pressing this button right here, this plus button, and you get a new sheet. So that's how you get a new sheet. This is the formula bar where you actually input your function. So if you press on the FX over here, you get this box where you can select a function over here, or you can write down a description of the function, or you can select a category from in the functions. Also, you have to be very careful in what you input because you have to be 100% accurate in what you input. Because if you're not, if you're not careful in what you enter, like the data that you enter, you won't get like the output that you desired. So, for example, over here, what went wrong is that we didn't make it an absolute. So an absolute is when you want to copy the formula by dragging it down, and the formula stays constant. So like the row and the column stays constant, and an absolute is a dollar sign. So over here, if we look, we want to make the table array a constant, and over here the table array is not right. So we drag that up for the table array and we make this an absolute. So we put a dollar sign here. Oops, we put a dollar sign here and here, and put a dollar sign here and here. And now, if we check it, it comes. So then we can copy this formula, drag it down, and there you go. And this is VLOOKUP. So we can do another one. So it's equal to VLOOKUP, and then you select the lookup value and then the table array, and then you select the column. So over here you have only two columns. So the index, so in the table array, and the range lookup. So in the range lookup, if the range lookup is true, then the values in the first row of the table, in the table array, must be placed in ascending order. Otherwise, HLOOKUP might not give the correct value. So if we do HLOOKUP, for example, so we do HLOOKUP, we'll do this one together. So let's say we have an A star, A star, A, B, C, D, enter E. And we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and a 5. So if we have that and we do an HLOOKUP, so we do equal to HLOOKUP, and we select that. So you do lookup value. So for example, if I want to look up this, for example, and then we do comma table array. So we select the table, comma 2, as there is only 2 rows, and 0. And we do enter, and it's not working. So it's not working because the numbers should be in the first row, as I just told you. So we shift this down and we change this table array to this, and now we do enter, and there you go. And then because we haven't made this absolute, these won't come. So first we have to make it absolute. So let's put a $sign there and there and then there and there. And now if we try it, oops, wait, what? Yeah, there you go. And then this one's not working because it doesn't have. So we over here we selected E11, which doesn't have a number. So if we select this, for example, and do enter, it works. So therefore, you have to be very, very careful in what you enter. So you have to be very accurate in what you enter. You can also name your cell if you want. So if you don't want your cell to be called E3, which is over here, you can always change it to anything. So if you want it to be called hey, you can change it and you can say enter, and that is what it'll be called. So if you want, let's do another H lookup. So if you want that to be used instead, wait, where did it go? Oops. There you go. So if you want that to be used, if you want E3 to be used, instead of saying E3, you will write hey. So what exactly is the difference between formula and function? So a formula is a calculation in Excel, but a function is a predefined calculation. So when you go over here and you say select a function, so that is a function, but a formula would be something like HLOOKUP would be a formula, you know? So now, how do you add and subtract and multiply and divide? So to add, you do equal to and you select the cell that you want to add, and you enter the addition sign, and you press the other cell that you want to add, but you usually can't add this cell, so you can press to another and then do enter, and that gets added. To subtract, you do the same thing. So you do that, and then instead of an addition sign, you put a subtraction sign, and they get subtracted. And if you want to multiply, because we don't have a definite multiplication sign, so we use the star instead. So we do equal to, select the cell, star, and select another cell. So that would be multiplication. And for division, we use the slash. So we do do equal to that slash and that, and that's what you get. There is one called a nested if. So in a nested if, you do equal to if, so it's neither or nor. So so it says if E2, so E2 is 9, then say yes, and if not, then you replace the if not with another if. So that therefore it's called a nested if. So if E5 is 7, then you say no. If not, then we made another if, which is C5 is 7, then say yes. If D8 is 6, then say transient. And if E8 is 6, then say sporadic. If not, then say transient. So we can do one of this together. So you go equal to if we can choose any cell if you want. So if D7 equals to 4, then say yes. If not, then we can do another if E5 is equal to 7, then say yes. If not, we can put another if, and we can choose the, so see, now it's not gonna come as E3, it's actually coming as hey. So if hey equals to 7, then say yes. And if not, then say no. And now we can close the bracket of hey, but we also have to close the bracket for E5 and D7. And if we say enter, we get a yes, because hey actually did equal to 7. So that's about it. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you really learned something from this. And see you next time. Bye!